Hello, today is Thursday, April 24th, 2025, and I'll be doing today's New York Times hard Sudoku puzzle. And before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment below. And if you'd like to try this puzzle yourself, I have two links in the description, one for Sudoku Pad and one for the New York Times website. And that's how I'll be doing the puzzle in this video. So with that being said, let's fill the grid. Okay, so at the beginning of each puzzle, I basically just go around kind of randomly, just seeing what the puzzle is giving you, kind of as you might call it low-hanging fruit, or just easy placements of digits or restrictions of digits to one of two cells within a 3x3 box, and that's Snyder notation. So I try to do Snyder notation at the beginning of the puzzle. I kind of veer from that as I go along, because that'll usually only get you so far. But that's basically what I'm doing at the beginning here. So I see a 7 here and a 7 here. So I'm going to mark those two 7s. I see two 4s here looking into this box. So I'm going to mark those two 4s. I see I can place a 4 in this box because we have a 4 here and a 4 here, and there's only one place for a 4 in box 5. Let's see. So up here, let's keep looking up here. We have a 5. So we have two 5s looking up into this box. This 5 also sees these two cells, but we already have these two 5s looking up. So 5 is going to be in one of these two cells. So 2 looks down into this box, and this 2 looks across, and this 2 looks across here, so we can actually place a 2. And we can limit 2 to these two cells down here in box 8. 4 and 4 look into this box. 3 and 3 look into this box, so we can place a 3 right here. Now once I do that, notice how these 3 digits are avoiding these 3 cells and these 3 cells. So what I want to do is look at the rest of this row and see if there's anything else I could do. So we already have all the 3s in the bottom band. We have marked the 4, now the 5. Okay, the 5 looks across. We have these two 5s looking down, so we can mark these two 5s. That didn't really have anything to do with placing this 3, but I'll mark those anyway. Notice this 8 looking across. Oh, sorry. This 8 here and this 8 look into this box. So 8 is restricted here to one of these 3 cells. Well, I'm not going to mark that because it's 3 and not 2. So at some point, actually no, it is 2 because this 8 looks up. All right, so we can mark those 8s. What else can we do here? We can place another 2. This 2 and this 2 look up into this box, and this 2 looks across. Now this 2 and this 2 look over here, and we can place a 2 in one of, or we can mark a 2 in one of these two cells. All right, what else can we do here? So this 9 looks across, this 9 looks down, that puts a 9 in one of these two cells. 9 is going to be over here somewhere. This 9 and this 9 look into this box, and this 9 looks across. All right, so we might be getting close to where that's as far as we can go with the Snyder notation, but let me just keep checking. So one thing I notice is this column is down to 4 cells. So it's down to 1, 2, 5, and 6. So this can only be 5, 6. This could be 1, 5, or 6. this 8 here. So this 8 claims these two cells. So 8 has to be over here somewhere, and now we can put it in. We know it's going to be in one of these two cells. Let's see. So let's go back up here. Okay, the 1 looks across here, and this 1 looks up. So we can place, mark a 1 in one of these two cells. This 1 looks down. Now 1's going to be in one of these two cells. All right. So let's, I don't see anything like going across like this, like the ones we took care of here. If we look here, 1 can still go in a bunch of places. We have the 4s marked, we have the 2s marked, the 7s marked, and the 9. I think we looked, let's just look down real quick for each of these. Actually, the 1 looks across and the 1 looks down. So 1 is restricted to these two cells in box 4. Let's look at 7. 2 we have marked, 4 is there. Okay, 4, we can place another 4. This 4 and this 4 look into this box, and this 4 looks across. So this is a 4 right here. We can come over here and mark 4s in these two cells. Let's see, 4. Was I still looking up here? Yeah, I was. Okay. So let's go down to this band here. So 9 looks across here. 9 is restricted to these two cells. 6. 6 can only be here or here in this row. It's about all we can do with 6s right now. Okay. 2s we have, 4s we have marked, 5. Oh, 5. So this 5 and this 5 look into this box. So 5 is going to be in one of these two cells. So if you notice before, we had 4 restricted to the same two cells. So now that's a hidden 4-5 pair. We had 1 marked there because 1 looks like this and 1 looks down. So 1 could go here or here. But with the 4-5 here now, it cannot go there. So we can remove 1 and place it right here. So that's nice. And then 1's look down into this box and allow us to restrict 1 to these two cells here. And actually 1, if you look at this box, where's 1 going to go in box 8? It could go in any of these 6 cells, but we know it's going to be in this row or this row, along with this 1 over here. And basically what that's telling us is that this cannot be, or this has to be the 1. So this can't be a 1 anymore. So this is going to be a 1. Now this is an 8. Okay. And now the 8 and the 8 look up here, giving us an 8 there. Let's go back down here. So that was good, right? That was a good discovery there, because otherwise the 1 would be completely unrestricted in here. But once we restricted 1s here, we know that we already had the 1 restricted to these two cells, and we know now that it can't be here anymore. So let's look at the rest of this row. We need a 6, 7, and 9. Oh, 9. So 9, it claims these two cells, so this has to be a 9. That points up to this 9, giving us 9 here. And it gives us another 9 up here because we have a 9 over here looking at this cell. So once we place that 9, that means 2 has to be here. Now that 2 and this 2 look down here and give us a 2 here. That looks here. So we must have a 2 here. And we're done with 2's. Okay, so 9 and 9 now look into this box. So what do we have left in this box down here? We have 6, 7, 5, 6, and 7. So 7 looks down at this cell, giving us a 7 in one of these two. So that's a 5, 7 pair, and now this is our 6. The 6 looks across, the 6 looks down. This gives us a 6 in one of these two cells. All right, let's look at this column. There's a pair left in this column, so I'm going to mark that as, well, the 7 for this column can't go here, so it has to go here. What's left in this column? 6. The 6 looks across here, this 6 looks up. It gives us 6's pointing along with this 6 down here, so this is a 6 now, and the number left in this row is 7. That points up to this box here where we had 7's in one of these two cells, so now this is a 7. That puts a 7 in one of these two cells. All right, now we have a pair over here. We're left with 1 and 3. So that means this is a 3, because we have a 3 pointing up here. These 3's point down. So this is the only place for 3 in box number 6. And this is going to be a, what is it going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be a 6. That puts a 6 in one of these two cells. And this is actually a pair, so what do we have? We need a 1 and a 6. That makes this a pair. What is that? 1, 2, it's going to be 3, 7, 3, 7. The 9 here points here, and we had 9 limited to these two cells, so that makes this a 9. The 3, 7 pair now, this 3 points here, so that's a 7. This is a 3, this is a 7. 7 is in one of these two cells now. 3 and 3 look up here. So we have 3's locked in to these two rows, if you notice in this box. So that means in this box, the 3 has to go up in this row somewhere, and we only have one cell left to put it in, so that makes this a 3, and that makes this a 6. So the 3, now if that 3 points into this box, and there's only one place left for it, it's right here, and this is an 8. Let's go back up here. 5 now for this top row has to be right here. We need a 6 still, so there's your 6. 6 points here, giving us 6, 1 right there. All right, so we're just finishing up now. There's really nothing left to think about. Need a 1, 4, 5. So let's see, 1, 4, 1 sees that cell. This could still be 1, 4, or 5. This could be 1, 5. So this is a 1, 4, 5 triple now. The other way to look at it would be, where can an 8 go? We could have already just looked at this 8. This 8 looks up here, so an 8 must go there. This gives us a 4, 5. All right, what's the easy stuff here? We need a 1. We need a 1 and a 6 for this column. So 6 has to go here. 1 has to go here. This is 1, this is 3. This is now 3, this is 9, and what's left here? We still need the 8. This column here still needs an 8, and it cannot go here, so it has to go here, and that makes this a 7. That makes this a 7, that makes this 5. Come over here, place our 5, 5 and 4, 5 and 4, 4 and 1, and we're left with 1 and 9.